Today we're going to be doing the first break-in oil change on a Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. We are finally at the 600 mile mark on the ZX-10R, which means we have to do the first break-in oil change. This process is going to be extremely simple and you only need a few different things. Tool-wise, you probably only need a 17mm socket. And then some things that are nice to have are an oil pan that has a screen filter in there to catch a bolt in case you drop it, a funnel to get the oil into the bike, shop rags in case you get messy, and then of course the oil and the filter. This is a 2020 Ninja ZX-10R, and because of that, I'm going to be using authentic Kawasaki oil, which is probably a little bit overpriced. You can use a million different things. But I figured since we're going by the manufacturer's recommended break-in and using all of the stuff that they actually recommend, we would go with their oil. So this is 10W40 4-stroke engine oil. And then I also picked up a Kawasaki filter. This is the part number right here if you are following along at home, and this is going to be good for the Ninja ZX-10s 2016 and up. Now I already started by warming up the bike a little bit. It's probably a little less than 100 degrees right now. I should be able to get under there and not have to worry about bumping into the exhaust. So let me show you exactly where we're going. This of course is going to be easiest from the right side of the bike since it's leaning on the kickstand. And we're going after this bolt right here. I'm going to break this thing loose to get it started, and then I have my oil pan right here to catch. Since the bike is brand new, it makes this extremely easy. Now luckily this has a screen catch in it to grab the bolt because this is really tight down here and I'm not going to be able to catch this bolt as it comes out. Let's see if I can pinch this between two fingers. Hey, that was actually pretty good. Now the next part might be a little bit trickier. We have the oil filter, which I'm probably gonna grab from the left side of the bike. It's right underneath the fairing right here. Oh man, that was a huge pain in the ass. Well, that took longer than expected. This oil filter right here only needs 13 foot-pounds of torque to be put on properly, and whoever put this on at the factory or maybe at the dealership, they were tightening things up. That was way too tight. I tried an oil filter wrench like this with no luck. I tried a bunch of different things. I popped off the bottom bolt here on the fairing so I could get in there a little bit easier. I had Gorilla Grip gloves. In the end, the only thing that worked was brute force with a channel lock. So I got in there, flexed the fairing, and just cranked that thing off of there. This filter is completely destroyed now. Luckily I didn't puncture it, but yeah, that was kind of crappy. So now that that is off, I will pull the nice brand new filter right from the box. I think in the future I will probably go with the filters that have a little nut on the end. That way I can actually torque them down properly, and it should make it a lot easier to take off, but I already bought 2 of these filters. So I'll take a little bit of the old oil and make sure this gasket is lubed up, which it already is. Make sure the threads are good. Now I'm gonna get the new filter installed properly. Not so damn tight this time. Now for the drain bolt to go back in, it's a good idea to put a new crush washer on there if you have them. It's not completely necessary, especially with a 600 mile oil change, but it's a good habit to get into in the future. All right, filter's on properly. We got the drain plug and a new crush washer back on there. Torque down to spec. Now we're gonna fill this thing up. Got a clean funnel right here. I'm now realizing that this funnel is a little too small, but we'll make do. We need just over 3 quarts for this, between 3.1 and 3.5. So I'm gonna fill this thing up, turn it on, let it run for a little bit, make sure all the oil gets into that filter, and then we'll repeat until we're good. We'll just add a splash out of the 4th. We're gonna stand the bike up and look at the indicator hole right here. That's about level there. Start it up now. We're actually looking a little low now that all the oil is in the filter, so we're gonna keep going and add just a little bit more. That looks about good right there. Three and a half quarts with the oil filter. I think that looks pretty good to me. All right guys, so the bike is now properly broken in. It's got its first oil change. That way we got any of those engine shavings out of there, and I should be good to go now. We have a dyno tune ECU flash. We're gonna be messing with the bike a lot tomorrow. I do have to bring you guys a modification video, so that will probably come after the tuning video, but I already have my M4 Street Slayer exhaust on here. Sounds great. The bike makes it look a lot better. We're gonna be flashing the ECU and tuning it with, I believe, a K&N air filter, which I'm gonna be changing out tomorrow. And you guys will see all of that stuff in a future video. We're one step closer to a lot more moto vlogs here on the channel, and I'm excited to ride a lot. I know that was pretty cut and dry, straight to the point, but if you guys have any questions on this oil change, let me know. Other than that oil filter being over tightened, this job should take you like maybe 20 minutes. And then I believe the next oil change is like 7,600 miles or something like that. I'm probably gonna end up doing it every 4,000 miles or so, just to be safe. So that's all that I have for today. If you guys are new to this channel and you wanna see some more motorcycle videos, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every single week. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one.